Are we live? I think we are. We're live. Welcome to all 0 of you in here currently. Let's just give it a few minutes to fill up. If it's gonna fill up, I don't know. Might just be me here talking to myself, but if that happens, then I'm just gonna make a video showing you guys how to sell on Amazon without paying for any of the tools. So at least it'll have some value for people watching it after. Oh my god, there's someone in here. It's probably me though. Oh my god, there's 4 people in here. Maybe it's all 4 of my devices. Chat, sound off! Scott, what's up, buddy? Glad you could make it. At least one person's here. So let's just seduce this Amazon thing. Let's just take it out to dinner, get it good and liquored up, and get in the panties. There we go. I'm just sending a message to my Twitter folks. Raul, hello. Named after my favorite actor, Raul Julia. Oh, let's turn off the volume on my phone here. Where the hell is the... Does anybody know how to get the chat? The chat URL link on a phone? Oh, here we go. I found it. Never mind. Share. Boom. Okay. Send this to my Twitter boys. Although there's 4 people in here now. That's 4 more than I was expecting, quite frankly. So let's get right into it. Fire off your questions if you've got any burning questions. Doesn't have to be about Amazon. We can talk about whatever you want. Can get romantic if you're a female. I'm sorry, boys. I don't swing that way. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Twitter police. No. Please don't dox me. I can't figure out how to paste this shit on Twitter. Oh well. I'm just gonna tell him to search it. Okay. Let's do this. Who else is here? Hira, hello. Jimmy Woodward. Never heard of you. Hot guys. Jimmy's here for something else. Maybe if the stream goes long enough, I'll get drunk and take my pants off. Anyway, let's switch to the my browser here, because I know nobody's gonna be able to concentrate if I keep my face on there because I'm too sexy. Okay, so like I was saying, I'm going to show you guys, fire away whatever questions you have, but I put my glasses on here so I can see. But in the meantime, I'm going to be showing anyone who's interested in doing this on the cheap. I'm going to show you some tools that you can get. You can find a product for free. It's just a little harder because the tools, some of them kind of suck. So what you do is, first thing you need is you need Unicorn Smasher. It's a Chrome extension. I think everybody uses Chrome nowadays, right? Nobody's still in the 1960s using Internet Explorer. Oh my God, lots of talking going on here. This is great. How many hours a week do I spend on Amazon? Typically probably like 3 hours a day, like 2 to 3 hours depending on what's going on. Lately I've been spending barely any time because I was out of stock since December 27th, but I just got my stock back in the end of the day yesterday, so I'll be spending probably 2 to 3 hours on a normal day. If there's a problem, then that can go up to like 8-10 hours. So How long did you invest in actual studying content before taking action? That's a very good question. I'm glad you asked that, because I wasted a ton of time on researching. I found my product probably about, I want to say 3 months in to my product research phase, but I didn't pull the trigger on it because I listened to a bunch of numbskulls in Amazon groups, and I took advice from the wrong people that are looking really professional in their profile pic, but they actually don't have a clue of what's going on. That's what I was talking about in my last not my course review video, but the one before that. You have to be super careful who you listen to, because everybody tries to make themselves seem like an expert. Even I did it a bit when I first started. But most people don't have a clue in these groups. The FBA winners group is better than any of the other ones that I've seen, but like Dan Vass's course group, if you're in that group, holy hell, it's just full of noobs, and all of them try to act like they know what they're doing. Almost all of them. You can't say everybody, but it's really hard when you first start out to know who to listen to. So I listened to the wrong people, and I ended up looking for a product longer. They had me convinced that you need to differentiate in a super genius way. You have to reinvent the wheel. That is the completely wrong way to go about differentiating. If you make your product, if you go, the standard way that people find products is they find something that's selling and they improve upon it in some way. But if you deviate too far from that popular product, then you're in uncharted territory at that point. So it's not good to go too far from what's working. Stick to something that's working and just change it slightly. Like in my case, I found a product that was selling well. It had bad copy, which is like the writing in the listing, and bad photoshopped pictures. And I basically made better pictures. I made better copy in the listing, and I gave away a free bonus mini travel sized version of the product, and people love that. So that's all I did. That's all I did to differentiate. Differentiating can mean just having better pictures or just having better English in your listing. So finding something that's the key. I think the easiest way to find a good product on Amazon is to find something that's being sold by a Chinese seller that has horrible English but is selling well. And if you if you can improve upon it in some way, then do so. Even if you can't, though, if you can just beat their pictures and their listing, the text of their listing, make it better, make a better sales pitch, then you will get sales for sure. As long as it's not something that has like umpteen other sellers. Like I'm talking about something where there's only one or two people and they're both Chinese or whatever. They have bad, they might even be American and have horrible, look at the youth of today, for God's sakes. They can't talk American no more. Anna X, yes. It will be my first time doing taxes with Amazon. Proper English is important. It really is. Okay, I'm just going to take you guys back. I'm going to put you guys outside so you don't all see my email, because as much as I like you guys, I don't want to be subscribed to gay porn sites, which is, I know what Jimmy Woodward is going to do. So let's go outside. It's a really nice day. So I'm just going to leave you guys outside while I enter my info here, because I don't have Unicorn Smasher inputted here. I don't have it currently on my Google Chrome. I've read the, yeah. Does anybody actually read the terms and conditions? Am I alone in that? Have you ever seen the South Park episode where they, Kyle agrees to the iTunes, the new iTunes stuff, and he ends up becoming a human centipede? What is this? Unicorn Smasher Pro. No, I don't want Unicorn Smasher Pro. I want the Unicorn Smasher. Unicorn Smasher is basically a free version of the Jungle Scout Chrome extension, but it sucks, but it's better than nothing. Chrome extension. There we go. Yeah, so I'm just going to show you guys basically how you can source products without buying Jungle Scout. Here we go. Add to Chrome. Boom. Yeah. Just add it. I'm going to bring you guys back in a second in case anybody's getting cold outside. Yeah, Human Sentai Pad. That's what it was called, the episode, I think. What's the name of the Amazon mining software you use? It's the one I use is Jungle Scout. There are many. There's Viral Launch. And no, that's not your STD. There's Jungle Scout. Jungle Scout's the one I use. There's Helium 10, which is the one Tamara T uses and most of her group. Oh, Ricky Chops, a YouTube celebrity from back in the day. Ricky Chops used to be the biggest YouTuber, and then he had PTSD because he was in the armed forces, and he went crazy and deleted his channel. Oops, was I not supposed to tell people that? Yeah, and then he came back, and now he's finding, like what all of us new YouTubers are finding, that it's very hard to grow. Not that it wasn't before, you know, not to undermine the lineal gaming YouTube champion. You got to understand, Ricky Chops never lost the title. So he's the lineal champion. Look up lineal boxing champions. You'll understand what I mean. Ricky Chops exposed. Thumbnail going like, okay, has been added. Good. But where is it? Where is this damn thing? Unicorn Smasher. There it is. Okay. All right. So I'm going to let you guys back in now. I'm sure it's very cold outside. So come on back in. There we go. Okay. So I downloaded Unicorn Smasher from the Google Chrome store. It's this icon right here. Unicorn Smasher. So we're just going to run it on. This is a product I found the other day that I don't even know if it's good. I didn't even look at it. I just found it in Jungle Scout, and then I closed my computer and forgot about it. So don't get the idea that you should be selling one of these things. Stained glass. They're selling one of these things. I used to make these things with my mom when I was like 5 years old. They're selling this for 30 bucks, 34 bucks. Whoo! There must be suckering some grandmas in. There's got to be. Watch this. The reviews are going to be all grandmas. Love my Cardinals. Yeah. Unless she's talking about the St. Louis Cardinals. Anyway, let's not get off topic here, Tito. God damn it. We didn't tune in to see you talking about grandmas and Cardinals, for Christ's sake. Why is this thing not working? Go. Go. Do it. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you see everything okay? Show me the money. Having a smart drink. Remember those in the 90s? For any of you old farts out there. Yeah, I don't know why this thing isn't working, but if Unicorn Smasher was working, I have an issue with a lot of my stuff. A lot of times, I don't know if it's the security software I've got on my computers, but a lot of times the apps won't work unless I download them multiple times. Anyway, we'll just use Jungle Scout, but Unicorn Smasher looks exactly the same as Jungle Scout. It's just the numbers are a little off. And by a little off, I mean severely inflated. Why is Jungle Scout not working? What the hell is going on here? Letters and numbers-ish. Welcome. Who are you? Do I know you? I don't recognize the name. I think I've seen it before. Is unicorn smashing legal? Well, if you can find one, I think you can fuck it legally if you want to. Because, you know, I don't think they're protected in any way. What the hell is going on here? Let me reload my Cardinal. Nothing seems to be working. My stream looks like it's frozen too. Is it? Is it? No, it's working. Weird. Oh my god, there's 10 people in here? Wow. I feel like I need to start dancing or something. Entertain the people. If my shit will work, I will show you some stuff today. If not, we may have to just do Q&A. Oh my God, Samir? Samir is here? Holy shit. This is more people than old Cyril the Gaming Grandpa gets on his streams. And he's got 4,000 plus subscribers. I must be doing something right. It's probably the sex appeal. You know, I don't want to overstate anything, but I'm sure that's why. Are any of these goddamn things going to work? It's just loading and loading. Here, let's try a different Amazon window. Wow. This is slow. High quality entertainment on YouTube, folks. Oh my God, it finally loaded. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's do some fashion. Fashion, read all about it. Hey, don't leave, don't leave. I'll never sing again, I promise. Yeah, whatever, Boots, who cares? Let's just get something going here. Oh, the cardinal has stopped loading. Let's see if it'll work now. Doesn't look like it. I'm just gonna leave it on here until the other window finishes loading. Alfredson, hello. Are you Daniel Alfredson? Watching two of my heads. Oh, when I had the... Oh my God, it's working. Oh my God. Look at this. This thing is actually pretty good. 2,000 monthly sales at 30 bucks. That's a lot of money. Somebody do that math for me. Ricky Chops! What's the math on that? Anyway, so Unicorn Smasher basically looks like this. Let's see if I can open it. Well, before I do that, I'll just run you guys through this if you're not familiar with it. So the product name, that's all self-explanatory. The only thing you really want to look at here, it's a lot of numbers, and I think Unicorn Smasher, if memory serves correct, has even more numbers than this. That's actually what I like about Jungle Scout. It doesn't overload you with a whole ton of info. Like that's why one of the reasons why I don't use Helium 10 is because I feel like it's just information overload. Like there's just so much stuff. This basically just tells you the only important things you need to know. Don't pay attention to the rank. The rank, I don't care what anybody says. The rank means virtually nothing. You only have to care about your sales rank. This is the bestseller rank, so the lower the better. But this is an old school metric. Nobody really uses this anymore. Nobody that I know of, at least. Monthly sales, so that's pretty self-explanatory. They break it down to daily as well. The revenue will normally be here like this, but they're out of stock, so it doesn't show anything. So that's just something to keep in mind, is if something's out of stock, like a lot of the stuff that you'll find, especially at this time of year, because of Christmas, Black Friday, all that stuff, a lot of sellers are out of stock right now. Anyone who uses sea shipping, a lot of them will be out of stock. So you'll see just a little dash mark there. This guy only has 9 reviews. He's been selling for over a year, which is kind of surprising. I'm assuming he must be out of stock a lot. This is the star rating, so the reviews, what they have out of 5. On the surface, this looks like a good product, but it is glass, which is breakable, and you know, you have the risk that Amazon will break it, or you know, UPS will break it, whoever delivers it will break it, plus the shipping it from China, they could all be destroyed. Like, there's a lot of risks when you're doing glass products, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you shouldn't do them. Anyway, this is what Jungle Scout looks like. Let's see if we can get... I'm just going to close that other window because this one seems to be working okay now. Let's just see. Maybe the Unicorn Smasher is just... I'm kind of confused as to why it's grayed out. If you use Unicorn Smasher, please go to a page in Amazon search results and click the extension to show your data. Okay, well, where are we? To use on-page tool, please click any product listing to use it. You can choose to hide on-page tool if necessary. What in the fuck? Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing. Oh, what's going on? Is it gonna work? But anyway, this is kind of, I kind of jumped in to the second step. If you have watched, if you have watched my original product research videos, I go through it in the proper order, but I just wanted to download Unicorn Smasher right now. Take a wild guess by the picture. That picture on my tablet is so goddamn small I can't see anything. I have no idea. Let me look on the... You're going to see two heads. You're going to have an overload of head in a second. My computer is like just barely able to handle this right now. Yeah, I can't see that picture, dude. You're just gonna have to tell me. 65K a month. That's not bad. The age of the listing was, I think it was 400 days. I looked at it in Keepa earlier. 330. Hey, I started at like 335. That's really early for me. Jojo. Are you Jojo, what's her name? The singer? Now that your career is over, you're looking to start Amazon? That's a good idea. You're smart, Jojo. Okay. So basically, the thing is, how do you find these products free? Well, I'm glad you asked. There's a number of different ways that you can find these products for free. The one that I like the best, like if you have Jungle Scout, the web app, this thing, like I showed you in the other videos, I'm kind of assuming that a lot of you people have either watched my product research videos or you already know how to do that step. But if you don't, this is what the Jungle Scout web app looks like. And it will spit out, like if you put in I'm not going to go through all this again because I already did it in the other video. Watch the playlist is called Product Research, I think. It's the only playlist I have. So just watch that in order if anything here is confusing, and then come back and watch the replay of this later. But basically you put in some search parameters for like the amount of monthly revenue, the amount of, the maximum price, and the maximum number of reviews, and it'll spit out a whole ton of products that fit that criteria. See, this is where I found the Cardinal. That's how you find products in the first place if you have the Jungle Scout web app. However, it costs $40 a month US. So a lot of people are on a budget. So I want to show you how you're going to find stuff without having anything, without having a cent to your name. All you need is internet. So just like go and camp outside of your neighbor's house and suck off of their internet, their free Wi-Fi. Why not use Helium tools? I was just saying, I don't really like the fact that there's so much info. I mean, you can use Helium, you can use Viral Launch, whatever you're comfortable with. I'm just showing you what I use, and I'm showing you today specifically what you can use if you don't want to buy anything, if you don't want to pay for anything. So this is I'm going to show you a couple of different ways of finding products. This is my favorite one. I'm a member of a whole ton of, and don't judge me for being a member of this group, okay? I just go there for kicks. This is Derek Struggles group. This is like if I was saying that Dan Vass's course group is full of noobs, this is like the mecca of Amazon noobs. Like if you want to see if you feel like you don't know anything, go in this group, Amazon FBA Heroes, and just look at what some of the questions people are asking. They are just so clueless. Anyway, I'm a member of a bunch of these Amazon giveaway sites, authentic reviews. Basically just search in the Facebook search bar, Amazon review group, and it'll bring up a ton of these. Join one that has thousands of members like this one. You have to ask to be let into all these groups, but once you get in, and this, I know a lot of people are probably going to think this is a little bit questionable of a tactic, but bear with me and I'll explain why I don't think it is. You just basically go in here and look at what people are offering it's just a bunch of people offering their products that they're selling on Amazon. This is a bunch of people like you that are just private labeling products and selling them on Amazon, and they're asking for reviews in these groups. So you're going to go through and you're just going to see if there's any good products here. I've found a ton of good product ideas and a lot of them are electronics, which should stay away from. Electronics have a really high return rate because there's just more moving parts. There's more things that can go wrong with them. But I go through here and I just look, just see if there's anything interesting. These are all terrible products so far. What are these? Trendy little beaded bracelets. But the reason I don't think, I mean, you might be thinking, and I also had this thought when I first discovered this method. I actually didn't come up with this. This was another YouTuber, Riley Smith, I think his name is. He's a smaller YouTuber. Check out his channel. He's actually, he's a pretty smart kid. He looks like the dude from Shameless too, the kid from Shameless. So don't let that fuck with you. He's actually pretty smart. But I learned this from him, and at first I was thinking, oh man, that's dirty. Riley, you're a dirty boy. But the reason I don't think it's bad is most of these sellers are Chinese, like Joan Wang. So they're probably gonna try and hijack people. They're probably not the most scrupulous of individuals in the first place. But the reason that I don't think it's a bad idea, why I don't think it's mean to do, is they're going on these review sites where they're going to get hijacked. They're going to get their listing destroyed anyway. B, you're not going to directly steal their product. You're going to improve upon it in some way. You're not going to, if somebody's in here and they've got a legitimately good product with a good listing and there's no way you can improve upon it, then there's nothing you can do to them anyway. So really, you're just going to be picking off the people who are going to fail anyway. So, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they have all bad ideas. Jesus Christ, this person has like 50 products. Why don't you do like separate posts? I think they're all electronics. It's crazy how many of these people do the same thing. So you're going to have to spend a lot of time going through this. Like I've spent like an hour on here before looking through stuff. Like some of this stuff might be good, smaller jewelry type items, although jewelry is pretty saturated. What are these? Bluetooth gloves. Oh. And they got one of the Olsen twins to pose for the picture. Let's check some questions. Yeah, that's right, Tommy. Derek that was one of the people, when I was doing the course review for Tamara's course, Derek was it's not his course that I took, but he was one of the people that I was thinking of when I was saying that, join their group, join Tamara's group, and then compare how many times you've seen them in the group, and if you did even see the other mentor, what type of advice did they give? Did they even give any advice? Like when I look at, and I keep just shitting on Dan Vass. I don't hate Dan Vass like some people in the winners group do. I won't mention any names, but his group, whenever he does show up, and I'm talking about his course group that you had to buy his course to get into. His course group, when he comes in, he doesn't really answer questions. Like even if he does show up, he does post in there, but it's usually like blowing his own horn, or talking about mindset. It's nothing that helps people that have, specific Amazon questions that they need answering. And that's the difference that I think with Tamara. And you might sit there and think, oh, well, his group is so much bigger. His group is smaller than Tamara's. He has less people asking him questions, yet he still doesn't show up. So that's why I'm such a big supporter of her. And, it's not just because we're buddies or anything. It's because I actually do believe that she is head and shoulders above everybody else. So anyway, now that commercial is over, let's get back to business. Bluetooth. So just when you're finding products here, and I know I keep going off on tangents, but a lot of this information is already in my product review, my how to find a product videos, the playlist I was talking about. The word is escaping me right now. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. So when you find something that looks somewhat interesting like this, and I don't think this is going to be good, I think it's going to be super saturated and there's really no way you can improve upon it. Well, you could differentiate it by making it look different. So I think that this is probably the most common search term. What you always want to be careful with in your product research is make sure that you're selecting all when you search, but B, make sure that you think carefully about what the majority of people are going to be searching. And you can kind of validate that by using, now this is something I think you would need a tool like Jungle Scout or Helium 10 for. I don't think this type of thing you could do for free, but validating the search term, like finding out, is this the actual most relevant search term for this product? That is extremely important. I can't emphasize enough how important it is that you are absolutely sure that is the main search term, or at least that the search term you're going to be targeting is has high enough search volume on a monthly basis to make the product worth doing. So you can, I'm just going to show you really quick how you do that with Jungle Scout. You just go into keywords. This is something that's also in the my product research videos. So we're just going to put the word here that we think it is, and it's going to give us a bunch of variations on this, and it's going to tell us how many people search for this. So it's pretty handy. Oh my God, slow. This is like using the internet in the 90s. Remember that when you used to have like you'd be looking on a porn site and it would be like, I mean, a legitimate photo website. I'll just edit that out. Oh shit, it's live. Bluetooth glove. Oh, Gloove. Make sure that there's, again, this person. Now this might be something where we can target them just based on the spelling. Oh, there's a few Glooves. None of them misspelled it. That's weird. Yeah, so be careful of that. Pay really close attention when you're doing this, not like me right now because I'm talking to you guys. What the hell just happened? How did that happen? Go back in the, oh, fuck it. So now Jungle Scout's going to be in a different window, but that's okay. You got to roll with the punches, and it's going to take half an hour to open. That's okay too. Let's answer some questions. Oh my God. You need to visualize success. Yeah. You know how you can tell which sellers don't sell on Amazon anymore? Because they never make videos that are actually about Amazon. It's always mindset or, you know, it's stuff that's totally unrelated to Amazon. I mean, it's related to like doing business, but it's all mindset shit. There's the thing when I was in comment when it's, yeah. You know what's funny is Derek, as far as I know, has never shown he's shown screenshots, but he's never done like a screen refresh. Same goes for Tanner, same goes for Dan. None of the bigger YouTubers, the bigger Amazon gurus, have ever done a screen refresh. Not that I know of, at least. Correct me if I'm wrong. I would love to know that I'm wrong, because it makes me kind of sick to know that those are the biggest guys. Like, I understand why they're not selling anymore on Amazon, because they're making way more money off their courses, and it's way less work. Especially if they're not answering questions. You know, like Derek delegates. Like, I don't know what the hell that guy's doing. He must be just enjoying life, I guess. But I honestly, Dan and Tanner, I think that they did have success on Amazon at some, you know, in some way, shape, or form. Like, probably had like 10K in revenue or something, and decided that that was enough to you know, make a course. But Derek, I question. JT Franco showed a screenshot of a Facebook convo that him and Derek had, where Derek's course came out like 6 weeks after the conversation, and he's asking like the biggest newbie questions. Like, he clearly wasn't selling. I think he had just received his stock, and then like 6 weeks later, That Rob Kalupatan, if you search Derek Struggle course scam, watch Rod Kalipatan's video. Probably saying his name wrong, but yeah, anyway, he is just like so choked that he bought Struggle's course when he saw the JT Franco video exposing Derek. Like, I don't think Derek, my point being, I don't think Derek ever sold on Amazon. I don't think he ever had success. I think he uploaded his course back when there was barely anyone selling courses and just preyed upon the stupid. Shouldn't say that. I mean, preyed upon the people that don't know any better. You're not necessarily stupid for not knowing stuff about Amazon, but that's the people he was looking for. He was looking for the people who just didn't know any better. Bluetooth underwear. I'm patenting that, okay? I'm going to delete your comments so no one knows that it wasn't my idea. In your opinion, what's one of the few things that a new seller should not skimp on when they're working with a tight budget? It's a good question. I would say the product research phase, what I'm showing you to do for free with this unicorn smasher thing that isn't working anyway. I don't think you should skimp on that. That's pretty important. Also the pictures, I would say get professional pictures done. Mine didn't turn out great. My guy, he didn't do a great job, but he was like mentally challenged. So I felt kind of bad coming back to him and, ripping into him. But I basically ended up having to Photoshop the pictures he did to make them look a little better. They look good, but they could have looked a lot better. Photos is probably the other thing you really shouldn't skimp on. And obviously the product, like get the best product that you can for your dollar. Don't just get any cheap piece of crap and try and sell it for, 10 times more than what you paid for it. Get something that's actually of value. I'm going to make videos about a lot of the stuff I'm talking about in today's stream. One of the things that I really believe strongly in is get a product that is something that solves someone's problem. Don't go for these trendy, fad products like slime and fidget spinners and unicorn garbage. Like, don't get that kind of stuff, because if you can't sell it, on Amazon, you're going to have a hard time getting rid of that, period. If it's not something that someone can just use, around the house, like something that solves their problem, like like a stain remover or something that anyone and everyone could use. I'm a big believer in like household products. Like that's what mine is. And even if I couldn't sell it on Amazon, it's the kind of thing you could give away to people. People would want it. You could sell it on eBay or a whole bunch of other places. You could sell it out of your basement if you had to, like, forget the guy's name, but the dude that was posting pictures, he had all his stock. He took his stock out of Amazon because it unfortunately didn't work out. And he had them all in his basement. So you don't want to be stuck with a bunch of fidget spinners. Nobody wants that crap. Or eclipse goggles. There you go. Do eclipse goggles when there's not going to be another eclipse for 80 years. What kind of problems did you encounter that consumed 10 hours of a day? Well, getting hacked, which I don't even know if I actually got hacked now. I think it was just Amazon fucking up and then panicking. I think they somehow did some sort of system error and deleted all of my information, like my credit card details and all of that stuff, my bank account, and they just flipped out and sent me like a canned message that said that I've been hacked. So that will take up a lot of your time. Getting trademark threats, anything that happens to suppress your listing or screw up your sales in any way is going to take a lot of your time, and you should spend your time on that. No matter what you're doing, once you're selling, especially if you're doing this as your full-time income, you drop whatever you're doing when there's a problem like that. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if you're on your honeymoon. You go home and you fix it, because if you don't, it's just going to get worse. That's why I don't buy this whole Amazon is passive income. In theory, it is. When it's working, it is. But when there's a problem, this is anything but passive. You'll work harder on this than you will at your job, and you'll be a lot more stressed out because this is your baby. At least it should be. What about purchasing limit production collector items? Oh, what about purchasing limited production collector's items and reselling them through Amazon? No, I would not do that. That's too specific. You don't want to go too specific, and you don't have too small of a market. You want something that a lot of people are going to be searching for. Like when I was originally doing my product research, I was using Merchant Words, which is a horrible tool. If you have that, cancel it right now. It's garbage. It overstates things by about 10,000%. It's insane how much it overstates some numbers. I was looking at stuff that had like hundreds of search results in Jungle Scout, and in Merchant Words it had 40,000, 50,000. So Merchant Words tends to, even if you, I think, this is my theory on Merchant Words, nobody's using this tool anymore, by the way. All the videos recommending it, like Struggles, that he still has up on his channel and hasn't updated because he probably doesn't know any better, they're outdated. All the new people who are selling, or you know, sellers who are still selling on Amazon, like, you know, Matt, Tamara, what's that guy's name in our group? Tim Sanders. The big sellers who are selling still, and, you know, everyone knows they're legit sellers, they are not using Merchant Words and haven't been for a long time, if they ever did. It's because it overstates the number of searches. So that's what we're looking at here. This is why we're on this. I got on a big tangent, but that's kind of what today is about anyway, is answering your questions. This whole how to find a product for free thing is secondary to that. But the Keyword Scout and Jungle Scout will show you. The reason why I came here was to show you, this is where you see how many people are searching for Bluetooth glove on a monthly basis, and it is not looking good. So this is what I was seeing in Jungle Scout. Like for this product, I bet you anything, if you have Merchant Words, look this up. It's gonna say, do any of you guys have Merchant Words right now? Open it and look this up for me. Tell me what this shows in Merchant Words. I bet you anything's like 50,000. That's super important. Like, if you don't know how many people are searching for your product, you're fucked. That's the long and short of it. You are screwed. You may as well just guess at everything if you're going to guess at that. Because if you don't know you don't know if there's a market. Why would you sell a product that you don't know if there's a market for? That is just stupid. And Merchant Words, it's just a guess with that shit. Everything in there has like 10,000 plus search results. I was looking for, not search results, monthly searches, unique monthly searches. I was targeting things for around 40,000. That is super high. You don't need that. Like my products, I'm gonna make a video, when I do make a video about why not to use Merchant Words. I had this app here, AMZ Data Studio, will show you how many people, or this will show you, if you put in your ASIN, it will show you what keywords, what relevant keywords, where you rank for them, like what page you're on. Almost all, it used to show what the search volume was, like how many people were searching it, just like this. It used to show that too, which was really handy. Now Amazon doesn't release that info, so this is just I think based on the info that they had, that Jungle Scout had back when Amazon used to release that info. Oh, you're still on the other window, of course. Hang on. Let me get this back onto the. You guys can't see what I'm talking about here. You guys must have been like, what the hell is Tito on today? He's talking about shit that isn't even on screen, god damn it. Okay, I gotta minimize my software. Fuck, I hate Mac sometimes. I only have Mac for video editing. It's really good for video editing, but it sucks for other shit. Like, I'm sorry if you like Mac, but it is not good for like basic shit. I don't think. I guess I'm just used to Windows. But anyway, notice some Amazon stores that specialize in discontinued products at premium prices, such as first print books. I wouldn't try that personally, but again, check the search volume. If there's sufficient search volume, check it in something reliable like this Keyword Scout in Jungle Scout. I think it's worth getting Jungle Scout just for a month. I don't know. I think Helium 10, from what I've heard, from what Tamaris told me, is more accurate than Jungle Scout. Get one or the other, either Helium 10 or Jungle Scout, just to see what their estimate is. What the hell is a helmet doing on here? Anyway, this is what I was looking at when I was talking a minute ago, and you guys probably couldn't see it, but yeah, check and see. If the search volume is there, then yeah, go for it. If that's something that most people who sell successfully on Amazon don't sell stuff that they're interested in. Like, that's not something that you should really be going for. You don't have to be an expert in your product to sell it well. Have you incorporated, or are you registering your trademark? Yes. Yeah. Yes, I was incorporated before I had a business, before starting Amazon. And yeah, I registered my trademark. I used a lawyer. I wanted some legal advice. So, oh, there's Gladys. Hello. Gladys, my friend in real life. Is there a limited time that Amazon holds your products? Yes, 6 months before they start charging you long-term storage fees. That is why you don't want to go too hardcore on your first order. You don't want to order too much. I say 600 units max, unless you're planning on doing a giveaway. If you're going to do an old school launch, like a giveaway, or hiring a launch service to do the giveaway for you, then you'll need a lot. Then get 1,000. But otherwise, I would say get like 500-600 tops. You might even want to go for 300. It's better to sell out and be out of stock for a little while than it is to be stuck with products and have to take them out. Basically, once you get to 6 months, if you still haven't sold your products, I mean, you know after a month if it's not going to sell. But this is why I said that it's really important that the PPC cost, which for some reason isn't showing here. Did they take that out? Oh, that would suck. That would make this like way less valuable. This is the headline search bid. So yeah, there's more info over here. I don't know why it isn't showing me. Can I slide it over? Apparently not, but we'll just go off of this for now. Like, this is the advertising cost. This is actually the cost to get it as a headline ad, which is way more expensive normally. Make sure that the advertising cost is affordable, because if you can't sell your product organically, you are going to need to run ads aggressively to get rid of that product before you start getting hit with long-term storage fees. So yeah, that's why I said that. I'm just gonna pop the YouTube out so that I can check on that separately. You don't have to keep seeing me twice, because that's just like sex appeal overload, man. Damn, I don't want to be turning you guys gay. Have you ladies breaking up your marriage? Shit. Derek still recommends merchant words in his course. Yeah, major red flag. You hit it. You hit the nail on the head. Is there any way to get the Amazon data into Power Buy? What the hell is Power Buy? Is that an app or a joke I'm missing? How often do I restock? Do you reorder 2-3 months of inventory at a time? Yeah, I think I may have actually overstocked. I went nuts. I ordered $30,000 of stock because I've run out of stock twice now. I was trying to... if you know you've got a home run product, you know you've got a really good product, get like several months. I would say like 4 months. Don't get too close to the 6 months, because you never know what could happen. Amazon could screw you and you could be stuck with this inventory. But if you know your product sells, then you can ship it out of Amazon and send it to another platform. There are like Jet or eBay or Wish. There's a bunch of other platforms. Most of them, as far as I know, don't offer warehouse services. They don't offer fulfillment, but there's independent services. There's tons of them. There's like hundreds of them that offer fulfillment services. Just Google fulfillment company, fulfillment service company. And you can ship your stock there if worse comes to worse. If you're, this goes for if you overstock accidentally, you could ship some of your stock out. And also if your product doesn't work out, you can ship it to one of these fulfillment companies and they'll hold on to it. And a lot of them don't have long-term storage fees. There's a start after like a year or two in some cases. And they're really affordable. They're much more affordable than Amazon. A lot of them don't offer 2-day shipping. A lot of them do, but the cheaper ones don't. But that doesn't really matter. Like if you're selling on a different platform, Amazon is more for people who are going to expect that really fast shipping. Jet and Wish and stuff like that, eBay, they're not going to expect it in some cases as quickly. So that's an alternative that you can do if you do accidentally overstock, or if your product doesn't work out, you can just ship it out of Amazon before you get hit with those 6 months long-term storage fees. When running a PPC campaign, how many impressions per day should I be aiming for? With mine, I get a couple of thousand. I think I get like 4,000 on average. I usually get like around 10 sales from PPC per day. That's when it's busy, like it was in before Christmas. It was really busy for me. I was getting like 10 sales. Now that I'm back in stock, I've gotten like, it's hard to tell because PPC info is delayed by 48 hours, but normally around 5 would be the kind of the normal amount for me. And with like 2,000 to 4,000 impressions per day, sometimes that goes up. Sometimes I'll have 10,000. It depends. It really depends on what your competitors are doing. Like if your competitors run out of stock, like if your main competitor runs out of stock, then you might end up benefiting from lower PPC costs and higher impressions. Yeah, Power Buy. What the hell is that? Power BI. I have no idea what that is. I might be having a brain fart or brain diarrhea. Let's research this. Go. What are you waiting for? Go. God, this is slow. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this product sucks. You can already tell. There's like, what's the difference? This is not legal, by the way. This is against terms of service. You're not allowed to put all this crap. You're not allowed to put that. Every one of them. It's amazing. I got busted for doing this really early on, but I was just like, everybody is doing it. Like, why are they still able to do it? How are they not getting busted? The thing is, when you have any kind of success on Amazon, all of the petty, your competitors will be very petty and they will report you for everything. And I think that's what's happening with me. Like, I've sold pretty well right from the get-go, and I get reported for every little thing that everyone else is doing. Hate is gonna hate, right? Oh my God, King JD's here. The chat, ladies and gentlemen, just got a lot more homoerotic. What is my overall PPC budget? Depends. If I'm trying to get my rank back after I run out of stock, like I am right now, I'll up it to like between 70 and 100, but usually it's around $50 a day. I don't run that much PPC. I got sidetracked earlier. I was saying I'm going to make one of the videos coming up is going to be called, Do You Need to Be on Page 1 to Sell on Amazon? The answer is no. I'm not on Amazon. I'm not on page 1 for any high search volume keywords. I'm on page 2 for 3 high search volume keywords, and I'm on page 1 for like a bunch of lower, like I'm talking like a few hundred searches per month. Not a lot. So you don't have to be on page 1. You just have to be ranking decently, like within the top 5 pages for something that has decent search volume. And when I say decent search volume, I'm talking like 5,000, 4,000, 5,000 exact match, maybe like 10 to 40,000 broad match Because with broad match, if they're searching something else, you're likely going to come up, in that as well. If you're coming up highly for an exact, that's the thing with Amazon. You are going to be ranking for so many variations of your keywords that there's no way you'll ever find them all. Like I was getting sales. I spent the first month spending hours a day trying to find what was getting me my organic sales, because I was so low ranked for all of the keywords I could think of, but I was getting them from somewhere. So I still don't know. I still have no idea what it was, but I was getting sales from somewhere that, it was, I must be ranking reasonably high for something that I don't know of. But you don't actually have to be on page 1 for super high search volume keywords, as long as you're somewhere up there, because you're going to be ranking for so many different terms, if you do your listing correctly. That's why I think, again, something that I wouldn't skimp on, to answer Tommy's question a little more in depth, is when you're ready to get your product in and you're doing your listing, before you pull the trigger on that product, before you order it, I would spend the money to do a coaching call with Tamara and get her to look at your product. It doesn't have to be Tamara. I'm not just, pushing her services. Do a coaching call with someone, with a reputable seller like Matt Loberstein. He also offers coaching calls. And he does well on Amazon. He's actually the only other one that I can think of that is a real seller. There's more fake sellers on YouTube than there are real sellers. But I think that that's something that's well worth it, to get an experienced seller, someone who's had success with more than one product, that's got a proven track record. It doesn't guarantee you're gonna succeed, but it's a hell of a lot better than going in blind. And I don't mean blind in that you didn't do a course. I mean, you're still a little blind. You still don't know. Like, I wasn't sure. I was fairly confident in my product, but I was not sure until I saw the sales coming in. So, if I don't think Tamara was even offering coaching calls back then. I didn't even know her back then, so I wouldn't have seen it anyway. But that is something that I didn't think of. But in hindsight, that's something I definitely would have done differently, just to be on the safe side. How many times have I spent 10 hours a day fixing stuff? Quite a few. Probably a few weeks worth of 10-hour days, my friend. When you first start out too, like when I was doing product research, I was doing that for many hours a day. Only get busted in the women's locker room. Yeah, but you're never going in the women's locker room. Come on. I know what you're looking for. My cup is huge. That's so I don't have to get up. That's a smart drink. That is some grapefruit juice, a little apple juice, and carbonated water. It's delicious. Mayumi, hello. I also know Mayumi in real life. These are real people, not just internet people. It's not all a bunch of middle-aged fat men wearing stained tighty-whities, hunched over their computer eating Doritos. These are real women, some of them. And speaking of a real woman, King JD asks, I know you already went over this, but just again to prove a point, you only need 2 reviews and then everything is good, right? Well, that's not a hard and fast number, but if you're only getting good reviews, like I would recommend joining the early reviewer program. But if you are getting all good reviews, like I started with just 3, and then I got another one a little later on because I got a bad review. If you get a bad review, you need to get enough good reviews to get that off the page. If you have a bad review and it's not on the front page, most people aren't going to look at it. So the only like 8 to 10 of the reviews will show up on the front page. And the ones that have been upvoted the most, or the people have said are helpful the most, are the ones that are going to show on the front page. What the hell? $42. Okay, let's see what this person's doing. Why are they charging $42? That's ridiculous. Not everyone will look through more than one page, but a lot of people do. And that's another thing that so many of these Amazon sellers like Struggle, Tanner, Dan, they're all young. They're all like when I was their age, I was dumb as shit. So they just assume things, you know, they think that they know everything, but they don't. I, on the other hand, know everything. And I absolutely hate know-it-alls. Look at WhatsApp. Oh, this is some scumbag. Alfredson is some dirty bastard. Oh, shit. Lenny Alfredson. Power bi. Is that like when you're like a really powerful bisexual? Is a business analytics power bi, for anyone who's wondering, thanks to our friend Alfredson. Power bi is a business analytics service provided by Microsoft. Okay, you lost me right there. I fucking hate Microsoft. It provides, I know I said I like Windows earlier. I hate Windows. I'm just used to it. It provides interactive visualizations with self-service business intelligent capabilities where end users... Okay, this is just too much. Another video I'm going to be making is how to avoid analysis paralysis. You do not want to go down too deep into the analysis rabbit hole, because then you're going to end up just spinning in circles and never doing anything. Keep it simple. That's another reason why I use Jungle Scout over Helium 10. I like to keep it simple. I only want what I need to know and nothing more. I don't want a bunch of useless shit cluttering my brain, because it's already full of so much knowledge. It's not because I'm a scatterbrained MF. I assure you. That's right. Yeah, I mean, having a coaching call isn't going to hurt. Someone like Tamara, who's, you know, she's making that course money now. She's got a bunch of successful Amazon products, or at least a few. She's not going to steal your product. Don't show it to some jackass who's saying that they're somebody. Like, never take anyone's word for it especially in these Amazon groups. If somebody says that there's something or other and, you know, they have nothing to back it up, then do not believe that person. If you ask for help on a certain subject and somebody says, PM me, or I PM'd you, that person is almost for sure doing something unscrupulous. Ask yourself this question. If you're in a group where the objective of the group is to share knowledge with each other and help each other learn, why is this person not sharing it publicly? Because they're doing something dirty. They're doing something underhanded. You cannot trust this person. If the person joins the group and their first post is them tooting their horn about, you know, how good they're doing, they are going to try and sell you something 9 times out of 10. In fact, 10 times out of 10. I've never seen someone join a group and then not get banned for promoting shortly thereafter, you know, when they come in doing something like that. If somebody's that you know is like, it sounds hypocritical of me to say that, because I post my stuff in there. It's so that you can see that a real person, like hopefully some of you guys, I don't know if any of you are in the chat, but like Tommy, I recognized from being in the group months ago, like in the summer and the spring of last year, when I was a noob, I was in the winners group asking questions, and anyone who was in there at that point in time, I think Anna was in there as well. I recognize that name. But they've seen me grow. They know that I'm a real person. And if I'm not, I'm going really, really far out there to, prove that I am by starting really small and asking a bunch of noob questions and slowly gaining knowledge. Because those are the people who you should trust, is people you've seen in the group over time that you've talked to, that have been asking questions, that have been giving good answers. Moderators, those are the people you can trust. People who have the little waving hand that shows they're a new person in the group, do not trust them. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if people say that I'm negative and, perpetuating ideas about that aren't correct. You have to watch your ass in this business, because there are tons of scammers out there. Look at the main YouTube guys. They're all scammers. I don't think any of them sell on Amazon still, if they ever did. So, you have to be really careful and be very cautious on who you trust. Do not take that's the long version of this. Do not pay someone to give you a coaching call, and definitely never tell someone your product if you don't trust them. So, you know, and I would not take a coaching call from anyone besides Tamara or Matt Loberstein. Honestly, I would definitely go with Tamara. After your product was uploaded, launched, and selling, how many 10-hour days? Jimmy Woodward, very concerned about the 10-hour day because he's got 2 children and he works a full-time job delivering your Amazon packages, you ungrateful bastards. He's a mailman. Once it was selling, once it was going, like I'd say like a month in, there wasn't many 10-hour days. Like 6 weeks in, it was a lot smoother after that. Yeah, thanks, Anna. I don't actually know. I've never heard of any other sellers who were as fortunate as I was to have their first product to be this much of a hit. Like it was on pace when I ran out of stock last month. It was on pace for 27,000 in revenue that month. So like, that's crazy for my first product. And really it's only been selling for 3 months because I've been out of stock for like a full month. I've been out of stock twice for actually once it was for 3 weeks. And this most recent time it was for 2 weeks. So since September 1st, I've been out of stock for a total of like over 5 weeks. So that's crazy. And it's been selling well. Like I was selling pretty good. I was selling over $100 a day just using PPC right out of the gate with no reviews. And it took me about a week or so to get a review up there. So yeah, it's just been crazy. I've been very fortunate, very blessed. Praise the Lord. Anyway, I'm caught up on questions, so I'm going to do a little bit more of this free product research techniques. So this is a garbage product. I definitely would not do it. There's not really any way to differentiate. You can see this person is probably liquidating their stock. I clicked on this because I want to know, why the hell is there a $42 option? What is the difference? Wireless speaker and microphone. What, this comes with a speaker? This is a bad ad because it's not readily apparent. This is a bad listing because it's not readily apparent. Oh, it's got a speaker built into the glove. The hell would you want that? Look at this. This is stupid. See, this is differentiating in a bad way. Do you want to do this? Like, does anyone actually want to be seen in public doing that? That's worse than those morons that walk around with their Bluetooth in, holding their phone, and they're just walking around. Yeah, hey Tony. Yeah, I've got you on the Bluetooth right now. I'm just being a jackass in public. Like, why the hell do you not just put it up to your ear? Rage. Anyway, let's get out of here. This product sucks. But anyway, we did find a product and we evaluated it for free right there. I mean, we would have if Unicorn Smasher worked. Yours probably will. There are other Chrome extensions that are free that do the same job as Jungle Scout to varying degrees. AMZ Scout is also one. You only get a certain number of uses on this though. So that one I didn't use that as my example just because Unicorn Smasher, if you can get it working, it will never expire. At least until they change their mind. These people are just nuts. Like, create different posts, man. Don't do like 5,000. I'm just immediately, if I was going to be someone looking to give a review, I would immediately skip that. Do not do party supplies. This shit is super saturated right now because it looks good on paper, but it sucks because it's really hard to differentiate. Like, you look through it all, it's not clear that one's better than the others. When you look at my ad, I have in the picture my thing and then the little travel size one. It doesn't have any text on it anymore. It used to say plus bonus, but it's very clear that mine comes with extra shit. So that's what you want. You don't want this, oh, hen party. Hey, quick quiz. Do you know why they call it a hen party? Because there's no cocks. Ponder that. Don't do electronics. Don't do fake rebounds. Don't do knockoff garbage. I know it's sometimes kind of disheartening to hear this, don't do this, don't do that. But it's true. You have to invest. If there's one thing that you should be spending the majority of your time on, it is this phase. It's the product research phase. That's why I'm showing you how to do it for free. I don't think you should, unless you absolutely have to. The reason I'm showing you how to do this is to get your feet wet, so that you don't have to spend $40 a month. You know, if you're not able to invest, like maybe you've got like 2 weeks of holiday coming up or something, or you know, you're going to be off school or something like that in a few weeks. I'm showing you this so you can start now, so you can get your head around the process. I'm not saying pick your product based on, you know, all these free things. When you're ready, when you think you are ready to do this for real, then buy Jungle Scout or buy Helium 10, get the Chrome extension, get the web app, and do it for real. Because the number one thing you don't want to skimp out on is your product research. And I don't mean just money. I mean, what in the hell? Oh, okay. I thought she was selling a weight and a turban. That's an interesting combo. I don't know if... See, stay away from this unicorn shit. I don't like it. I think that trend is going to end pretty soon. There's somebody I know that is selling a unicorn product. They're doing like insane numbers. Like I'm talking like over 50,000 a month. But there's the niche is so tight. I don't think they're making any profit, because I've seen this person publicly ask people for loans in Amazon groups. If you're killing it that hard and your product is good, you are not going to be asking people for $20,000 loans if you're doing $50,000 in sales per month. If you're, you know, making an average profit, you're going to be making around $20,000 a month in profit. So at that level of sales volume. So unicorn shit, I think he knows is a trend it may continue for a while longer, but the clock is ticking on products like that. They're not going to be popular forever. So don't do that. Don't do these upside down umbrellas either. They're too big and heavy. You don't want to exclude things for being too heavy, like within reason. I mean, my product's like 5 pounds, which is heavy by Amazon standards, Amazon FBA standards. And I do pay higher Amazon fees than I'd like to because of that. But it's a hell of a lot better to get, you know, I'm still getting a 40, without PPC, I get 39% is my profit margin when I make an organic sale. With PPC, it's around 30 usually. 20 to 30, we'll say. There's so much beaded shit. What the hell is going on with this beaded shit? Anyway, let's look at one of the other groups, see if there's any better stuff in them. This group I've looked at before. It tends to have a lot of electronics. I know they all do, but that one is just like overboard. Okay, right away, here we go. No, that's an electronic. I thought it wasn't. Humidifier, I don't think so. You don't want to do a hard drive. Impossible to differentiate. These bags, the other thing, I keep getting off on tangents. That's probably my biggest weakness, is that I am very scatterbrained. But what I was going to say is weight is only one part of the FBA fee. The other part, which is just as important, if not more so, is the size of the item, the dimensions. If you've got something big, like this looks like a, this is like a laptop bag or something. I don't know why the hell they don't put what the product is. Like, just tell me what it is. How do I know if I want it? Because you can't just click on it and go to the listing. It just brings up the pictures. So anyway, I'm not going to even look at that. That's a little too big. You don't want, basically, like I was saying in my product research videos, aim for a home run first. If you can't get a home run, then look for a triple and go down from there. Don't immediately look at bigger, heavier items. Try and find something small. Try and find something lightweight if you can. I couldn't. I couldn't find anything that I was confident in that I could differentiate in a meaningful way like I did with my product. So try to find something that's going to be cheaper on the FBA fees. Let's see here. Bro, call me on your glove. Miss Vidalia. Hello, I know what you're getting for your birthday next year. What, the gloves? Is this still live? Yes, yes to both of your questions, Tamara. Why did you think it wasn't live? Because I'm talking to myself? I do that all the time. It's part of being insane. I haven't taken my antipsychotics today. Can you tell? Once you find your product, what do you track in your competitors? I keep an eye more so on... I look at who's coming in that's new, see what they're doing. See if there's anything else I could do to make mine better. But that doesn't tend to happen. What I kind of look at more than anything is the keyword search volume. I'll run the keyword search volume quite frequently to see how much it's, if the volume's changing on any keywords, because it does. Some months there'll be words that are, more searched than they were the month before. And if they are, then I'm going to target those words with my PPC. PPC is Amazon sponsored advertising. So when you pay them to show you as a sponsored ad in the search results, they have so many of those now. Oh, I'm not retarded. That's a bold statement. I wouldn't go so far as to say that I'm not retarded. What is all this shit? What the hell are you talking about? All this, this is the live chat. The live chat that you wanted. This is it. So this live chat is going to be on the right side of the video if you watch it on desktop after. If you watch it on mobile, you're going to have to switch between the live chat and regular YouTube comments. I can't come over and hang out. I'm talking to my people. How many of people are still here? Let me look. 10. Hey, this has been pretty consistent the whole time. Quite happy with that. Anyway. So this is the gist of it. This is how you do free product research. Is you just look through here, you find a product like these ballerina shoes. Who wouldn't want these? I mean, you couldn't differentiate those for shit. Multifunction sink strainer. Here we go. That might be good. And this guy actually even said what it was. I like that. Sink strainer. Let's see. Let's run this through our... I'll just show you the free shit. So let's say that we have... I'll do it on AMZ Scout this time. Hang on a sec. Let's get our sink strainers up here. Okay, well, it's actually running faster now. Tamara, you're good luck. You always fix my tech problems just by your presence. It must be a special kind of retardation. Okay, so let's always run your extension tool, whatever you're using, Helium 10, Jungle Scout, Unicorn Smasher, whatever. Run it on the search result page first and find the ones that are selling the best and then look at those. Helium 10 slows my shit down so bad too. That's another reason why I don't really like it very much. Don't tell Tamara. Yes, my tangents are filled with knowledge bombs. Knowledge IEDs, I will call them. Find a product. Run AMZ Scout calculator. No, this is the wrong one. It's this one. Seller board. No, that's the wrong one too. This is the one I'm talking about. AMZ Scout Pro. This is the extension. So AMZ Scout has a FBA calculator, which I go into in my product research. I think I've exceeded my number of free uses on this one, but basically this is what it looks like once you first download it. If you before you exceed your free uses, and again, use this free shit just at the start, just to see what the process is all about. So you're not spending $40 when you're not, you know, on Jungle Scout or whatever Helium 10 is on a monthly basis. When you're not actually doing hardcore product research. This is just to kind of wrap your head around the process. Anyway, I've exceeded my uses for this, so it's not going to let me see it. Let's close this thing. Go away. How do I close it? Okay, you can never close it. If you open it, it's open for the rest of your life. You have to buy a new computer. I'm sorry. Close. I don't know what they're thinking when they make shit like this. Like this, you've just guaranteed I'm never giving you money. By making it frustrating and stupid and not closing when I'm telling it to close, guaranteeing you I will never give you my money ever. Make sure your product isn't frustrating people. Close. Close. High quality. High quality stream. You guys are spending your time wisely, by the way. Sitting here watching me struggle with this stuff. You can call me Tito Struggle. Anyway, let's just try and see if we can get Unicorn Smasher to work. None of these free extensions are working for me, but there's, like I said, multiple ones out there. Get that first before you get Jungle Scout or whatever. Just get your feet wet, learn how this process works. Then when you're really ready to go for it, get Jungle Scout, get Helium 10, whatever you want to get. I'm not promoting any of them. Get Viral Launch, whatever one you feel the most comfortable with. Watch some videos on it. Tamara 10 will tell you, Tamara T will tell you to get Helium 10 because she likes that one so much. I would go with Jungle Scout personally, but that's just me. Get whatever you're comfortable with. Whatever one that you think you're going to like the best. There's plenty of review videos out there. Watch a review video, get the one that you like the best, and then get into this shit. So I think that's about it for today. I don't think I'm going to, unless any more questions pop up, I think I'm going to end it here. Helium, Unicorn Smasher just does not seem to want to work. Oh my God, it almost worked. Yes. Allow. Here we go. I can't believe it. By God, it worked. So let's see if any of these are good. See, it's basically the same thing. You can see it overstates the numbers in my experience. Like, let's see this. Number 5, OXO Grip Silicone Sink Strainer is doing $42,000 a month. Why are these top ones doing so shitty? These are probably ads. What a terrible, do not name your business something like this. Life. What in the hell is that? That almost made me dyslexic just saying that. Yeah, these are sponsored ones. So the real organic first search result is this one. And it's doing quite well. That's another thing that I like about Jungle Scout is that it doesn't show you the sponsored ones. Those ones that were at the top of Unicorn Smasher were PPC. Those were ads. So right here, Feng Bao, definitely Chinese, 24,000. Unicorn Smasher, what does it say it's making? I think it was 40. Oh, it understated it. Okay. Unicorn Smasher is better than Jungle Scout. Throw your Jungle Scout Chrome extension in the garbage. Unicorn Smasher forever. I personally like to go with the ones that understate things because let's see what it's saying. I think if I remember correctly though, the OXO one, if I remember correctly, Unicorn Smasher is inconsistent. Some of it will overstate and some of it will understate. Come on. Come on, you can do it. The more shit you have, the reason why mine's so slow, I think, is A, because I'm streaming, but what's slowing it down as well is a lot of these, like the Amazon AMZ Scout, where is it? The Pro version here is always running. Helium 10, wherever it is always running. Jungle Scout is running. I don't think it's I don't think the Jungle Scout is slowing it down because that's just the web app I've got running. Oh, we've got questions. How do you get your product Amazon recommended or sponsored? That's, you just pay. It's an ad. That number I was showing you in Jungle Scout here, this is what people are paying to have these show up as ads. This is actually the headline bid, which is this thing here. Oh my God, this is so painfully slow. The headline ad is this shit up here. You can't see it because Unicorn Smash is in the way. This stuff. This is a headline sponsored ad. See, sponsored by Tub Shroom. Tub Shroom. That's when you get super high and you end up in the bathtub eating magic mushrooms. Not that I've ever done that multiple times, but yeah, that's the cost for running these ads. These are normal sponsored ads here that people are probably spending anywhere from, you know, 50 cents to like $3 or $4 per click. Just seeing it, like me seeing this right now, is going to count for as an impression for these people. If I click on it, which I'm not going to because I'm not an evil bastard like that, then they would pay. They would pay regardless if I stayed on it or left right away, whether I bought or didn't buy. They would pay the same number regardless. So if they're getting charged, say $1.50, if I click on it, they would pay $1.50 regardless if I buy it or not. But anyway, that's a topic for another day. I'm going to cut it here. I think we've all learned something about ourselves and each other. So I guess that's it. Until next time, I'm going to sign off in the manner of my hero 8 Thoughts, who likes to drop every known conspiracy, every known conspiracy theory known to man in his sign off. So until next time, friends, stay black and don't let the honky cracker reptilian shapeshifter building a moon base harp. They're spraying chemtrails. 9/11 was most definitely an inside job. Just Google Tower 7. They're a Bohemian Grove worshipping owls. The moon landing was fake. The earth is flat. Florida's turned the frogs gay. Alex Jones is Bill Hicks. White man, bring you down.